There you have it. Fans are off. The shed is empty. The building is quiet. 10 degrees on a Saturday afternoon. This yard is just electric. There is energy in the air. We're going through doing our initial hive assessment. So we're going through basically, what I'm doing is I'm tipping back the colony just to heft for weight. And then I'm also doing a strength assessment at the same time. And there isn't a whole lot, like as I was going through, I didn't notice a lot of light hives, so we're not too worried about starvation, but we just want to make sure we can target those ones that are a little bit hungry and drop some honey into them right away. We have some honey back in storage we kept over winter, and any hive that's a little bit light, we will just drop a honey frame in. But we got going here, and I just want to show you what we are seeing. Basically, we're just tipping the colony back. And we have about 4 frames in that nuke. Has a little bit of honey on the side. And I'll get you the tip right down the line. Okay. So I've marked this one as a strong. This is a box of bees. Looks good. We have enough honey stores in there. Another box of these.
A little bit pissed.
Another box of these. Box of bees. Which one did I say needed food? This one needs food. Yeah, this one's a bit late. So Carrie's going to dig into, actually, let's take the lid off from this one. Take a peek. It's going to be fun digging down into these guys. They're just a little bit light, so we're going to have to drop a honey frame on the side somewhere. So we'll see how that goes. Carrie gets the fun of doing that. And I forget, this one I think needed food too. This one has enough food in there. And I tipped this one back. I think this one needed food also. Is that late?
Yeah, this one needs.
Another box of these. So we're going to target these nucs over the next day and a half. Get through all these nucs. Make sure they have the food they need. And then we'll get into the singles and make sure that everything is satisfactory with them. And that feels really good. Tipping back colonies like that, that sure puts a beekeeper in a good mood. This one needs a honey frame and a pail. And this one is completely starved out. Oh, dead bees. Shook out. Box of bees there. So we're going and we're tipping these colonies back to assess the weight of the hives, but also to assess the condition of the hives a little bit more. Good. So anything that's covering all 6 frames, 5 to 6 frames, are marking with the blue tag to mark it as strong. Anything that's a little bit light automatically gets a honey frame, okay, and a pail of syrup on top of it also. Anything that doesn't show bees on the bottom but are still alive, we mark with a gray tag. That's good. And then we come back to them just to assess them later on to see the condition of the queen before we take action on it. Here's a box of bees. What I like about these boxes of bees is they got some weight to them yet. So they obviously didn't chew through the stores through winter. It's a little bit smaller. So this one is covering 1, 2, maybe 3 frames. So I marked it with a gray tag. So when they start brooding, we'll come back and take a look at that queen just to see what's going on. And if she's good, then we will promote her. If she's struggling a bit, then we call it out.
We're stuck on the lids.
There you go. Just love these boxes of bees. They're going to need syrup pretty soon anyways. We're going to put some open feed out in this yard, in all the yards tomorrow. And hopefully it stays warm enough. So this one's about 5 frames, 4, easy 4 frames, so that's good. Get them into the syrup, and if it gets cold then we'll pull the pails out. Got through all the nucs today. You think they would have put me in a good mood, but I got that bead of sweat-driven panic kind of running down my forehead. I'm tipping back big colonies all day. It looks pretty good. How many nucs did you say I have?
Around 340, 450 diamonds.
I got 340 or 400 nucs. They're going to be needing space. So, which is good. These hives look absolutely brilliant. I'll just give you a sneak peek here.
421.
421 in boxes of bees. Tipping back boxes all day long. I'm feeding roughly, we have to drop honey frames in roughly 10% of them. But I'm going to have to get feed out to these guys right away. Just wetting up the frames a little bit. And I will probably do that with open feed. Better off bees. Unless it gets cold, then we'll have to bring the pails out. We'll do that with the nucs anyways. And I'm starting to think that I was mentioning before, and I was kind of talking about, I'm not going to be putting patties on these colonies. I'm not entirely sure what the entire game plan is going to be yet. But these nucs, I'm not going to put patties on these nucs. They're big enough. They're just going to devour them and turn it straight into brood. And I'm going to have 300 to 400 nucs that are going to be needing attention in about 3 weeks to be transferred without any condition. And they're just going to end up swarming on me. So I'm going to hold back on the supplement on the nucs anyways. Just trying to pull back the reins just a little bit here. For the time being, I'm going to concentrate on just assessments and emergency feeding. Get some feed into these colonies. And then we'll see what comes at us here. We'll see how the rest of the apiary looks. And we'll see what the weather continues to do here. We'll see how close this pollen is. And we'll try to hold off the patties as long as we can until we see any type of trouble, just that hint of trouble. We're going to maybe switch gears. But for the time being, I'm just feeling good, and this is the kind of panic that will drive a guy. Just the anticipation of falling behind. So the rule has been set now. Whenever there's bee working weather, we are working bees.